calls around himself. Like, he'll have a lot of cool moves that set himself up, and if he's having a great game, then 3D Max hit another level. So I'm looking out for Maka today. That's going to be a player for me to look out for.
Well, speaking of Oppers, Acor obviously is someone that we can always talk about. Hold the phone for a second on that point as Maka executes this mid push.
Hang up on him.
And domed by the Glock of Zyphon, who is not able to handle the dualies of Lucky.
Had a lot of bullets, didn't he?
A lot of bullets, and those ones were shooting fast. That's no chopper dualies. That's quick shooting dualies. Valda going to lead the way up quickly towards scaffolding. Joko again with dualies waiting, lying in wait until he activates.
Well, they're running away now, TSM. They don't want anything to do with this top ramp play, so they're going to get away. Nico, in the meantime, is taking down Exercise. And he's got a lot of space. He can cut off the rotation. He's already in construction. And they just leap right into it. They just fire themselves at it.
Hustling very fast on the rotation. Good kill into the bomb site. Impressive trade. And they've got to wait. Can't plant the bomb. Oh, and he taps it anyways. But there's a flank coming in. Joko's going to push forward. Dropped. And that's a pistol round for TSM to start us out on Vertigo. All right, now we can talk about Acor. Obviously an exciting player to discuss. Talented Opper, obviously very known back in the day. I believe his big breakout event at Felt, he had a lot of good online stuff. Breakout event was Flashpoint Season 1. Very well known for movement is incredible.
Yes.
But his opping is also he's one of those oppers where you don't look at him and say you're a really strong fundamental opper who's always positioned correctly, who's rotating perfectly, but he can be in a very aggressive, peaky, combative opper who can have massive impact.
Yeah, big part of the Gamer Legion major run in Paris at the end of CSGO. Found himself back with the Danes though. Good start for TSM, Nico in particular. There goes Gravity. Boost to the top of his teammate's head. Good work. And traded by Acor, who actually took a dink on board as well. So he's left on 15 HP.
Yeah, but I like the space Nico's taken. I've liked the courage to work yourself up and get this angle in towards Elevator. No one sliding into his crosshair just yet. Smokes have plumed. This defense is going to be aggressive at the point of attack.
Well, these MP9s doing a lot of work. Staying in the fight. Valde, though, double back. Nico, oh, should have won that fight. Really should have picked that up against Lucky, but the MP9 can be rapid to kill. And just a little bit inaccurate from Nico. So 50 seconds left. Sierra and Valde have a chance in this 2v2.
Valda sprinted all the way back. Now, do they want to try and get sneaky with it and return? It looks like up towards middle we go. Exploit the fallback, the rotation. AK-47 recovered for Lucky. Valda's going to try and delay the cross. However, he doesn't have information. There could have been a timing where someone got to the B bomb site, so they're going to be cautious about that as Shira enters in. And Valda just waiting.
And just making sure that Sierra's comfortable enough to plant. He's got the cover of his teammate, and now they'll come back through the through the elevator. Lucky up first and knocked down. Maka picks up an AK-47. He's a long way off being able to win this, so
might want to save it.
Yeah, nice save it for the AK.
Yeah, just a good pickup. Not a bad round whatsoever.
Something I'm going to keep an eye on as well. We mentioned Acor, but we've seen it in the pistol round already, and that's Nico's playstyle. For years, he's been very comfortable being that solo lurk, but he's really good at pressuring. It feels like he finds a lot of solutions for his teammates. Like if things are going wrong towards the A bomb site, he would always find some way of getting into B. He has a great feel for that timing, and he saves his team so often, and that's been the case for years. Even in the heroic roster back in the day, it felt like I was always saying that about Nico. That AK able to save into the next, and the kill on the way out too.
Yeah, really good find for Maka there at the close. So 2-0 for TSM, and should be able to extend that to 3 against only pistols.
Great, because there was quite a bit of damage done to the TSM economy, so this is a great opportunity for them to stabilize that. Shouldn't really take too many casualties in this next round. It's gonna be a little bit frustrating for 3D Max, who did get into a winnable situation, but Valde was the impact player here. He got 2 kills in the initial A bomb site, and then another one cutting off the rotation of Lucky.
Yeah, really well done from Valde. There's that smart play from him, and it's going to be an important player to have activated and switched on throughout this map for TSM. It's kind of a... Oh, hold on. AK-47 boosted up. Nice opening pick. Takes a dink, but only from a MAC-10. There's a lot of TSM players here, so they might just want to keep up the pressure.
And they are going to keep up the pressure with Flash's utility raining in. Zyphon makes his way forward, but Maka That AK-47 that he saved over being put to work. Oh, I like this.
Triple boost. We're getting real. We are now over the top. Good find from Valda.
Yeah, saving them again. Zero off the edge.
Careful.
Dangerous game, yeah. Well, low HP as well. You know, the pistol can take you down even the USP, so don't want to put yourself in that position. And
they don't have a good position to watch this flank, actually. There's a lot of options for Gravity, but all three players turning back to address.
And now Joko starts to move in. Valde's going to turn on him. Finally dealt with by Lucky on the AK. He's doing as much damage as he can, but the time is ticking too far. He does not have any utility, does not have a kit. And he can't win this round, but great damage as he gets away. And we talked about limiting casualties for TSM. They are unable to do that. They lose 4 players.
Yeah, not the cleanest round at all, and they're already hurting for cash. So let's see what they're going to get out of this victory. Zyphon and Nico at 37.50.
Well, at least Sarah can drop, but yeah, it's a tough spot to be in here.
Yeah, like low on money already and going into this first gun round, a little bit brutal for TSM. I was going to say, it's been kind of an interesting year in terms of this organization getting a lineup together. Obviously, they've had to make some roster changes as they go, but in terms of like an org this size of TSM coming into a game like Counter-Strike obviously gets a lot of news and a lot of eyeballs and a lot of criticism levied in that direction when the lineup wasn't really working and the results were not impressive whatsoever in the early going. But they've gotten to operate this year without a whole lot of scrutiny because they haven't been playing in a whole lot of events that get a lot of eyeballs. So there's kind of been like a reprieve where this team has just kind of got to do their own thing, practice in silence. You don't have all the pressure, all the eyeballs and criticism that come with an org of this size. And now you get to come into the major out of that and just show everyone what you've got. And obviously now if it's a flat performance, you're going to get some of it.
Some eyeballs.
But if it's a good performance, it's like, cool, this team has actually been putting in some work this year.
Exactly. I think it's like the opposite of Falcons, right? They're an organization that come in, they get big enough players that you have some sort of expectations, and because of their statement of intent in the scene, there is expectations and eyeballs on them the whole time, but they have to build a project in the front, in the front row, in view of everybody, whereas TSM have been able to skate on by. But off to a good start here, 3-0. We've been waiting for 3D Max to get a buy. So this is their first buy round of Vertigo. Acor, he's got the AWP out. He's scouring the ramp. Seeing too much. It's actually going to be Nico to fall first, so great opening kill here for 3D Max to work with, but Zyphon sneaking below the rifle of Maka, who's able to react. Sierra needs to trade, and he won't do it. Maka on the double. This should be 3D Max taking their first round win. Just too much impact early on.
It should be 3D Max securing themselves a really good advantage moving forward into this half. Not only the first round win, but you take all the money away. Valda, that position given up, makes it an easy swing for Exercise. It's lucky to get the kill. And only the op on Acor remains with nothing to do. All 5 players standing for 3D Max's defense.
Well, Acor gets away with 1. But a lot more needed for Acor in this setup. And it's just perfect. So Flash sent in for Maka, allows Gravity to jump up on top of the wood. And Acor was not ready for that fight. So first round for 3D Max. Money broken here for TSM. They're going to buy again because Zyphon has enough for an AK-47 and a lot of players are on double eco. So AK out. He'll toss that over to Nico. And Zyphon's going to get a Galil in return. That was the opening kill. That's rough.
Yeah, opening kill, mid is handled. The split never comes to fruition whatsoever. Nice calm round for 3D Max to get started. 4 players survive, money grows. And for TSM, with the losing bonus, absolutely nowhere, have to force up. AK-47, Galil, and upgraded pistols. And no presence at the bottom of A ramp, so easy for 3D Max to just say, ain't nobody home. Be cautious at B, be cautious at middle. Maka's rotated back with the AWP to help shore things up. And no utility to speak of, so you're going to have to, I guess, potentially boost some Tech Nines up behind the boards again and try and let these rifles find you a kill and create some space.
It's hard to see them getting close to the bomb site with no utility, isn't it? Just feels like Exercise should take his one at least. And a lot of support ready to go behind him. And Lucky even has some utility to slow this down, so toss out that molly, slow things down completely. TSM going back, making sure they're not getting flanked out for the time being, and might even just change it up and try and get up the A ramp instead. Now just leave A core to lurk with Sierra, show some presence towards A, and come back and try and finish on the B bomb site and pull a rotation away. But it's not looking too likely here for TSM.
They were very loud coming to this boost. There is 15 seconds left. Here we go.
Managed to get a kill out of it, but yeah, Lucky at default should slow this down enough. And shut down, so TSM get no closer.
It seems a little silly, but I mean, you get down to 15 seconds and maybe you catch 3D Max snoozing. Maybe you catch their players just being like, what the hell's going on? Are they saving again?
Like, we just heard them on A ramp, we just heard them crossing the bridge.
You know, they really needed like one flash after this opening pick. Would have been a thing of beauty, just chucked out into the air to help them kind of scale and activate the bomb site. Sigh of relief. Tilt to the head.
Lucky's had a great start, 10 and 2. Lucky can have these maps where he just takes over the server. Good patience, focus on 3D Max in the previous round. Lucky was in 3D Max before he made the biggest step of his career when he was moved from 3D Max alongside Jax. He was put into the G2 roster. Jax went on to obviously spend more time in G2 than Lucky.
And then Lucky just gotta come home.
Yeah.
Come back.
Look, who's still playing, you know?
I don't know. Jax was at an event recently.
Yeah, true. He has a great life, man. He just like every now and then.
I know, just pops into a massive event, stands in for one of the best teams in the world.
Impresses everyone again. He's like
goes back and works on his modeling career.
Yeah. Living the life.
Jax has entered like Doja territory for me, where I feel like we should just have a fund dedicated to just a fund dedicated to just having them at events.
Yeah.
Because Jax is like one of the funnest people to be around.
He is. He's like a golden retriever of a human being.
And Doja is just incredible in so many ways. Like if those guys just kind of came and just hang out at events, like it'd be lovely. It'd be awesome.
Imagine if they teamed up.
True. Now that's an idea, Dinko. Now you're thinking with your head.
Yeah. Dozy's only 25, so it's like
he's got plenty of years left. Yeah. 3-3. TSM and 3D Max tied up here on Vertigo. It's been 3 in a row for 3D Max's defense. But guns are back out in the hands of TSM. Economy was ripped away from them early. And they're going to try and get it back, but Maka's going to meet some resistance. He turns the corner, Zyphon and Valda. Ooh. Stalemate. I like the confidence of Maka to re-aggress, get another deep angle, and just say they're no longer here. No longer in middle. Gravity's going to have an early spot. This initial battle on Sierra is massive. He gets a dink but can't clean it up. And now he's spotted the bomb after the fact. 3D Max isn't moving. They have not budged.
That's a risky game.
That's the only A defender, and he has an advanced spot. So they've had a decent enough warning, but it's only going to be Lucky rolling over. Molotov and smoke to potentially delay and harass. But they're out of position, and ooh. You've got a lot of utility to see if you can get some kills to make this retake easier or to make it realistic. But it still doesn't feel like they're dedicated to it whatsoever.
Well, Exercise, he's going to get a kill on the ramp. 4v4 now off the back of that, but still a lot of work to be done, a lot of space to take back. And time is already rotted halfway down on the clock, so...
Yeah, 2 kits.
This is looking tough for 3D Max, but they're still hanging around. Valde low. Zero low, and he's gone. It's getting a little uncomfortable now for TSM. As 3D Max move into the site, they're going for it now. They're committed into the bomb site, but they're holding on. And TSM makes sure they've got this round in the bag. They're going to take the lead again. 3D Max commit into the retake late. They lose everything apart from Maka, and even he goes down right at the end.
Oh, they were sold a dream. It's Nico to spam him down through the yellow wall as he tries to evacuate through elevator after the bomb blast. But man, That is the heartbreak retake scenario where you get a kill that feels like you can go for it. You get a couple kills on the path in and it just doesn't pan out.
Well, there's a great positive, even though they lost the round. They had money to spare, right? They've got enough money to fall back on for a full buy. And because of all the damage that they were able to inflict upon TSM, they put them back into a position where they have a pretty weak buy. Like, they're going to get the AKs out, but they're going to lack a few pieces of utility, and they're going to have no leftover cash.
Sure, TSM, that there is an issue there where TSM hasn't really had the ability to build momentum and string rounds together in these gun rounds because they take so many heavy losses. But at the same time, they've won the pistol. So just scraping together a couple round wins here and there is going to be effective enough for them. They don't necessarily need to go on a huge streak. It would obviously be massively beneficial. But even losing the AWP at the end of the day is really painful. They buy it back up again, and all that money you just touched on and talked about, it's gone. Maka's got 1,800, which is nice, but everyone else below 1,000. Economy a problem for both teams, which makes this a very important round in the middle stages of this half.
Maka taking his AWP for a stroll down short. But the smoke is up, so he's getting no info.
If 3D Max lose this, that's the best advantage TSM will have of stringing rounds together and building up a half.
Well, Sierra moves into the right side of the scope of Maka. To the
or the wrong side, depending on your perspective, Dinko.
Yeah, true. I did mean more of the direction. But I guess it works both ways, Jason. Here comes the util out mid. Nico on the charge up. Here he goes. Danish Nico. Dead. And the exercise.
Same with Danish Zyphon.
There is only one Zyphon. They caught alone in the world. And I like that they went for the retake now. It's worked out well. Even though they lost it, look at the effects of it, Jason.
All right, so you're using hindsight to your advantage.
Oh,
here.
yeah, man. I see it. See it in 2020.
Yeah, some rough gun rounds for TSM to try and build upon.
A core. He's got a Khalil. And he's got a pretty unlucky timing to look away. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Give it to him, baby.
Give him that French disrespect.
Not even a teabag, though.
Yeah. Le teabag.
Is that how they say it over there?
Probably.
All right, Maka, good shot, good flick down. And trying to pop through this shallow smoke at the B bomb site. Nets them nothing. A wonderful defense from Exercise. TSM, frustration as they can't get things going on the gun rounds. And back to pistols.
These Glocks really should do nothing. I think it would be pretty disappointing for 3D Max, given all the reasons that we've talked about, all of the progress they've made this year, to lose their opening game at the RMR to TSM. Look at this right step in the right direction, that's for sure. Joko triple holds on, and AK picked up for Sierra.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Yeah, a little bit.
3 bullets in the AK. Ooh, I like this. Spotted. Exercise done a great job over at this B bomb site.
Smiles on the faces of the 3D Max players.
Yeah, laughing and having. Well, I think at this point in the game, they're like, we can handle these guys. You know, like you get into a game and you feel how the game is going to work out. You feel how your opponents are shooting, the tactics they're going to run, the style they're sort of going for. And even though the scoreline's close, I think 3D Max is saying, you know what, this is a very winnable game for us. We can be comfortable against this opposition.
Zyphon's had a slow start, 2-8. Be fantastic for TSM to start getting him involved, and they're going to send him out mid into the double stack. Zyphon. The woe continue. Valde offers himself up.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Zyphon would have spotted the stack, knowing 2 players. Valde put a lot of confidence in that flashbang that he just limp-wristed onto the ground, and a boost up is going to find another kill, and now TSM just getting picked apart.
Yeah, this round sucks.
Yeah, it's gotten away from him.
Yeah.
It certainly has.
Not much they can do here. 6 rounds for the French. At least they had that start, Jason.
They'll always have the pistol round.
They'll always have that, and the couple rounds that followed.
But I mean, that's really where the wheels started coming off, right? Was that like second and third round where they take a good amount of damage even in victories. That primed them up for like a economic break as soon as 3D Max got weapons, and then the next round they win is the same kind of factor. Not able to build up any cash.
Well, the other stream currently got Big versus Sashi, that big Sashi game. Holy crap, Lucky, he's two-timing. He's playing in both games right now.
Is he?
Yeah. Lucky currently playing for Sashi as well.
That takes skill.
Yeah, it does.
All right, Nico trying to hold on to the AK-47. Can take the op away from Maka right at the end. Oh, he's going to get aggressive. Oh, not expected by Nico. And he takes the AK-47.
Dude, there's always like a Danish imposter of another CS player, you know? We have French Lucky. He's been around a long time. Now there's Danish Lucky, and then we've got Danish Nico. They just can't think of original names, Jason. It seems, you know, at least Nico had the effort to change the spelling, but...
There's tons of imposter syndrome.
Yeah, a lot. Raging, he's very animated right now.
Should be trying to get this team in shape, trying to get them back, trying to keep the energy high within the team. At this point, I think you can usually feel as a coach some frustration from the players who haven't been able to get anything going tactically, getting outplayed by 3D Max, not able to win as a team, individually getting picked apart. Trying to get these boys communicating and problem solving, because there's still 2 rounds left in this first half.
At least you got the ult for Acor, but it needs to start doing something, you know, especially in a round like this where it's the only weapon you've got available, and that's exactly what they need. Acor blasts Maka away.
Damn. Still need more out of it. No rifles to build upon the opening pick from the AWP. So defensive utility deployed gives a timing over to 3D Max to shift to another part of the map, perhaps clear out middle. You can see Joko coming over, paired up with Lucky. And they choose not to get aggressive, just seeing if there's going to be a timing hit coming in. TSM patiently waiting for another peek, another mistake for 3D Max off the Acor pick.
They will offer nothing up. TSM have to make it work themselves. If they want, there's another op down there. That's the weapon they could play with. Get 2 Ts on the ops. I like this idea. This is a nice boost. Especially against pistols.
Well, also, you know the op is going to be the one given space to go for picks, right?
Well, there's 2 of them. So you can...
Yeah, but they're usually taking those picks on that top level. Oh, he just looked away. That's unfortunate. Flashbang comes in. And now the pressure's on. Now these ops have deep angles because there's no utility for TSM to put up. Well, so it's got to be the ops, and they've delivered.
Yeah, they're working real well. It's now going to be 2 players, just 3D Max trying to get back in. Lucky will do as much as he can. He's got another headshot here. He's not sure about which position. Oh, missed shot. Missed shot from Acor. So Lucky has some space to play with. Acor forced out of the back of the sandbags on low HP. Lucky's on the defuse. Stopped by Nico with the P250. TSM pull off a wonderful round that...
Well, they needed that if you're not going to have... And this is what I meant when I said, like, you know, the luxury of winning that pistol. If you just scrape together 1 or 2 more rounds here or there. Because their gun rounds have not been effective. They've been a little bit ugly. They've been dominated by 3D Max. But you win 1, and then all of a sudden you win a round with an op and 4 pistols, and it's like, okay, we're good. If we get 6, it's a luxury. But 5, we're going to be happy with.
Oh, Gravity. Slipping through the smokes. Sierra and Acor, they're making
Flash
some noise
in
on the other side, so he knows where they are. He'll come right through with Sierra. He's going to be able to spin on it, no problem. Gravity goes down. Advantage now for TSM. Tried it back by Exercise, but it's a little bit too late because iPhone also picking up a kill on Joko. So here comes the play forward into short. Macroscope at the ready. Valde walks right into him. But again, effective trading here from TSM despite taking damage on board.
Yeah, and then look at the patience as well. This AWP has that deep angle towards elevator. Exercise needs to have a pre-fire peek, and a good shot. Good shot from Sierra. And all of a sudden, it's lucky. 16-5, a phenomenal half of Counter-Strike from him. But TSM has found enough at the end of the day to be very pleased with this T-side. 6-6.
Yeah, being able to find the first 3 rounds of the T side is obviously fantastic because it wasn't necessarily the best T side from TSM. A lot of rounds where you just kind of got destroyed in the first few seconds. But the fact that they won the first 3 was a beautiful buffer, and winning 3 more from that point onwards gives them a great half to work with. So not bad. I've been relatively impressed with some of the rounds from TSM, especially because we haven't seen too much of them yet. We've seen 3D Max play a lot recently, and for TSM this is still, to me, a very new project, so not bad. Hanging in there at the moment.
Well, I mean, look, I think if you want to take a wider lens picture, and this isn't to like disrespect anyone on TSM, but also, I mean, a good performance at the major might allow you to attract some players after the fact that allow you to elevate your level. So, I mean, there's like a kind of a whole meta angle to it as well. But obviously, for the moment, these players looking to get into that opening stage and play at a major.
I'll give it to him.
Yep.
Nice! Fucking nice!
Yeah, got to be very happy with how that half turned out. Good timeout from Coach Regin.
Yeah, particularly that round where Acor gets the opening kill with the AWP, they get the second AWP off of Maka's corpse. The fact that they're able to win that round, that pushes them in the right direction. All right, pistol win underway, round rather underway. And TSM looking for both pistols. They've got dual Berettas on Sierra and Acor, and they push down B. And taking some B controls, iPhone and Sierra. 3D Max making their move. They've got top ramp control for the time being. They're going to start executing up. Nico with utility landing towards him with decoys at the moment. But he's going to peek out. Joko just annihilates him. Nico would have hoped for a little bit more from that spot, but here comes Sierra on that fast flank. Up behind him, running in with the Joe Berettas, but he didn't look the right way. And so a bomb plant coming down for 3D Max. A 3 versus 2. Shots from Acor to rip off Mac off the top of the boxes. And TSM have to come in for this retake with no kid on their back.
Oh, yeah, but Zyphon's out in the open while Acor is stuck behind smoke and reloading, so now a 1v2. And I don't think he'll clear hard left. If he can find Joko, which he can't, good headshot, pistol round for 3D Max on this T side to kick things off. Yeah, maybe a little over-eager TSM on these rotations. The flank not clearing all the angles as he rolls up. Zyphon could have had safety behind sandbags. Plenty of time in that bomb left to play that a little bit slower in the 2v2. But 3D Max will take advantage of the mistakes of the over-eagerness of TSM. Second round bye. MP9s across the board. 1 smoke for Nico.
Valde. Here comes the swing. He can't handle the pressure that Gravity applied to him. Oh my god, okay. That is one hell of a start of the round here for 3D Max. They just punched her. This defense with Acor. He's got a triple, and the bomb is dropped in a blink of an eye as TSM thrust themselves back into this.
Health is so low on TSM.
Just moved up on top of construction. He's ripped off the top of his teammate close by. Sierra with another shot, and it's down to a 1v1, but he is so low on health. He's on 7 HP.
Yeah, but you get a good timing. You get a little bit lucky. Molotov is lovely. Sierra is still going to start moving forward. Here's the jump into the bomb site. There's a gap in the flames for him to cross through to Gen. But he was kept honest by the potential for a bomb tap.
Oh, doing a little damage, but every peek out is a dance with death for Sierra. 1 bullet and he's down. Joko finally lands it. 3D Max able to pick up the round. But Acor making it competitive. It looked like it was going to be quite a comfortable victory for 3D Max in the end, but Acor making sure that it's possible.
Yeah, with the way it started, but I think so many bodies for 3D Max coming in mid. When the rotations come in, they're able to converge on the main thrust of the attack, and that's a great sequence from A-Core. Herculean individual effort to give TSM a chance to steal a round away. Good damage done, but with that buy and a loss, TSM are going to have to sit back to pistols, and a chance for 3D Max to recover some of the money.
Talking about taking here for TSM.
Third and final for them. Regin getting involved again, and obviously, you know, this is his first major back in a while. He was part of the bans for the coaching bug and was able to appeal his suspension to get it decreased, and obviously he's loving life being back at the majors.
All right, you can see why they wanted a timeout here, because they had enough money to put something together, but they just weren't quite sure how they wanted to arrange things. So
yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised to see this buy, but I guess coming down to a 1v1, they feel like it's a good timing to keep the pressure up on the economy of 3D Max, who surely will in the back of their mind say, we don't know if it will be, but expect a buy. Miss Smoke.
Here comes Exercise around the corner. Valde. He used this position earlier on, but didn't work out for him. Using it again. What? The quick switch in the open has given TSM another kill to play with, but Gravity moves into the bottom side. Nico couldn't handle it. The plant not coming in just yet. It's been stalled out. They're waiting on Maka coming around the backside. And Sierra up on top of construction. The MAC-10 has now arrived. And they know that they've got Lucky pinned for the time being in this 1v1 fight, or rather 1v2 fight.
Good
but
flash.
Lucky's going to stay alive, and that flash from Mac is massive. Now he has to win it alone, though. A-Core on the edge of the map. It's a double from A-Core right at the end. Secures the 1v2, and TSM's buy, it pays off.
Yeah, that aggressive decision is lovely. They make it work. Just barely in a 1v1. And 3D Max, they're going to have to buy right back up into this. They're in double save territory, and they equally know the TSM economy is at a brittle point. So they'll take a time out of their own to discuss things. Zyphon gets the impactful kills, stopping the bomb being planted, dealing tons of damage to the players attacking into the B bomb site. And neither of these teams able to gain complete control of this map. Jockeying for position still as this second half is getting underway. Now 3 rounds deep.
Yeah, fantastic composure for A-Core. Being able to just turn into that 1v1 fight. Knew that Maka was coming through middle. You see the celebrations from TSM. It paid off for them, but 3D Max have come back with a buy of their own. It's not pretty. It's an AK. It's a Scout. Tech 9's on the rest.
And you got nothing to handle this position from Sierra.
Yeah, well, let's see if it works out for the young Dane. Around the corner, he'll peek out into the open. Oh, a lot of damage, but no kill from Sierra. Eventually getting the job done with a USP, but Maka has made it out to the sandbags despite taking damage early on.
Well, it could have been prettier, but he got the job done. Yeah, tons of damage on 2 players. USP works out. Exercise with his Tech 9, though. He can still be a little bit of a thorn in their side. What? And he will be. More damage done. He's the last one left, and he's got no bullets in the Tech 9. TSM might have just gotten away with one.
Yeah, they did. Definitely. It was looking like Exercise is going to pull off some unspeakable things with that Tech 9. But eventually they got rid of him. TSM tied up the scoreline.
I feel like both of these teams are having a hard time getting clean wins.
Oh,
both teams have been under like economic duress throughout this entire map.
If we haven't had like a string of rounds where we've just seen consistent good buy with an all 4 AKs, all the use stuff. And for 3D Max, their money's gone now, right? They're down to an eco again.
Yeah.
So now we're going to see...
but maybe you choose... I don't know. I was going to say, maybe you choose to buy. Yeah, maybe they just feel like the 2 players surviving, they didn't want to do it. So finally, TSM win that economic tug of war. And 3D Max on the back foot. TSM is going to start building confidence this round, though, Dinko. This round has to be clean from TSM. You have no reason to lose a lot of players here. You have no reason to get into a situation where you have to fight for a round win.
Yeah, keep all 5 alive. Well, the EU RMR B has got off to a more exciting start than RMR A. We've seen some upsets already today. Passion UA upset Virtus.pro in their opener.
Yeah, that was a good start to the day.
Astralis also lost.
Yep.
Not as surprising, but they lost to 9 Pandas.
Yeah, they got a lot of things going on.
This one, to me, I would expect 3D Max to win it, but I wouldn't necessarily be surprised if TSM do. Yeah, and coming into the game, I was of that opinion, and now, especially when we're in the middle of it all, it's quite clear that that's going to be the case. But especially when we talk about how competitive Group B is, it maybe doesn't have as many of the top teams, but I think the average is much higher.
Sure.
There isn't like a disparity between top and bottom as much as there is in Group A.
Yeah, it feels like after the top 3 teams, you could really kind of pick and choose. There's a lot of availability for upsets and unexpected qualifications.
These opening games matter that much more, right? You want to go 1-0, and a great start here for Gravity into this round. Some speed as he just charges up into a Siphon, and second is even better on Tasira. Just didn't seem like they were ready for the speed that 3D Max wanted to bring to a round like this.
They can still recover it though, but a lot of space taken by these AK-47. Swaps out to the M4. Acor and Nico to try and recover this. Good angle, can't convert.
Dude, that's a massive round from Gravity. He got all 3 kills.
Huge route to run. I don't think Sierra heard the communications. It didn't click into his brain fast enough. Something didn't get over, but he wasn't prepared for it. Acor's going to back off. Probably a winnable 1v2, although he doesn't have a smoke to cause any kind of chaos on the bomb, but they've got money behind them. This was a chance for TSM to upgrade those MP9s for free into AK-47s and rifles. It slips away. But they've got money for the next round buy, and actually, now he's going to go for it. Can you pick anything up?
Oh, it's tough. Just for the limited time, he's got to worry about so many different positions, and as soon as that bomb starts beeping rapidly, you just can't figure out where Lucky's playing from. So let's try from Acor. Get a little bit more time. Probably could have considered the options. But Gravity, man, he just ends the round before it even starts.
Yeah, really sick performance from Gravity, even cutting off that rotation for an extra frag. Putting Acor in a really difficult 1 versus 3, and they never had information on Lucky or Lucky's position. However, the buy comes in. Spend up all that money they had in reserve. They've got the op out on Acor, and 3D Max at a reset position as well.
Fantastic start to the round here for TSM. Acor opens up on a Maka, Exercise to fall to Xiphon, and none of these kills have been traded by 3D Max. But it's their danger man from the last round. It's Gravity to step up, and they need him again.
Sierra doesn't have the timing.
Oh. All right, Gravity.
Oh, this is... If he pushes forward...
Feels like he has to because he needs the risk.
I was going to say the same thing. I think he's the only one who can actually do something for 3D Max to get him back into this round and can't handle it. Good peek. 2 versus 5. And utility being spent at the B bomb site. TSM should start to piece this together. The final play. And a plant coming in.
Jocko has lost half of his health. Good kill from Lucky. Is there a feasible way that 3D Max pull this back? With the amount of utility, though, for TSM. Jocko has somehow evaded the damage from the flames, and he goes around the back of the smoke. In the meantime, Lucky stepping up. Jocko lines them up, and 3 kills in the final seconds. Jocko wins it on his own at the end. 10-9, and TSM, that is one of those rounds you cannot afford to lose when a game is this close.
No, that's a 2v5 as the bomb is going down. They might have executed that retake a little bit too fast while smokes are still up, trying to get in. Chaotic scenario, and that is going to quiet down your room. And no one reacted.
Dude, that was a 1v3.
That's a very long extended spray. That's a 2 versus 5 is what that was.
Yeah, but on his own, like they just all lined up in front of Jocko at the end.
Dude, I guess the chaos of the retake, maybe they're calming, maybe they're focused on communicating where he might be. I don't know. But no reaction to the extended Khalil spray because it was ugly.
It was. I was like, oh no, the Khalil is going to betray him.
Yeah, they're doing this while the smoke is still up. Like, there's time. They have kits. They could have waited for that smoke to clear. And then this play from Joko is not even possible. And just the pathing of Sierra as he's coming in and reloading backs up into the spray without even realizing it. That's so soul-crushing. But more than anything, Dinko, be patient. Wait for that smoke to clear.
Patience is a virtue, as they say.
And I think that's the biggest thing we notice out of teams in these RMRs that are kind of like the tier 2, tier 3 teams attempting to qualify, is that lack of discipline in those situations, that lack of patience of realizing, you know what, we have plenty of time on the bomb still. Everyone just chill and wait. Everyone's probably calming and energetic. It's a high-pressure situation, a high-pressure tournament. And everyone's trying to get their point and their idea across on how to approach the retake. Very easy to lose yourself in it, and Joko takes complete advantage.
Gravity. Good start on ramp again. This time, should be no resistance for Gravity. Sierra trying to be patient, but eventually going to get clear. What?
Peace.
Yep, that's a great shot from Joko. TSM should melt away. 11-9 scoreline, and rounds like that where you lose or 5 versus 2, they can be the ones that just end your hopes of this map win.
Well, especially because TSM did such a good job of putting themselves in a power position in this half. Like the follow-up buy that they had. The opening to that round that just slips away. And no timeouts remaining for TSM either. So get back into it. Acor is going to have an AWP, drop an M4 over.
And this is it. TSM lose this round. It is very likely going to cost them their opening game here at the RMRs. Quite quick for 3D Max to send Lucky towards the B steps. He's not alone. He had Joko with him. But
really nice 1-for-1 though. You're going to be so happy with that if you're 3D Max. Exactly as designed. Spread the defense thin. Now, due to the fact that the AWP is out in the field of play, it's not the worst thing in the world for TSM because Acor can have deep information. Smoke is going to make things a little bit uncomfortable as he can't spot anyone crossing to the other side of ramp, so he's going to have to be a little bit mobile, a little bit peaky, and put himself in danger if he wants to keep this setup.
.55 seconds left. Still staying pressured towards the B bomb site. Valde could be mollied out from Tetris in just a second here. It's going to be used for the double stack. Not going to spread to Valde. So he can remain in his position. Bomb on the back of Lucky, though, has transitioned away from the bottom of the B stairs and now over towards A, where Gravity is trying to create some space, but he walks into the open, and a dry peek into the AWP of Acor is never going to end well. And for 3D Max, it's 25 seconds left on the clock, and still a lot of ground to make up.
I think that little lurk made it feel like they're trying to end at the B bomb site, and Gravity was just kind of a late play. It's Exercise, though, who's coming in from middle. Oh, there we are, the backstab. Oh, what a disaster. Acor, you've got to hold on to this bomb site, but Exercise again. I'll tell you what, he's only got 12 kills. He had some good holds at the B bomb site in the first half. He's had some very impactful rounds. And this one, critically important as it puts 3D Max onto map point with 3 chances to close out Vertigo.
Yeah, we did say that if TSM conceded this round, it was very likely they lose their opening match, and it was mainly because of the money situation. They threw everything they had into that, obviously you would, but the buy doesn't go their way. And now Valde saving the M4. That's going to be the one shining light. Everybody else with not enough to get the rifles out in their hands, they're going to be having to go with the likes of upgraded pistols, some Kevlar around it, a little bit of utility. But it should be a 3D Max win now, 13-9.
Yeah, TSM in that round just gets pulled across the map. They thought Gravity was alert, rotate away from the A bomb site. Exercise is hiding it in position inside the smoke. Then they shift back when they realize their error, and it's given a lot of room for everyone from 3D Max to work.
Here goes Gravity again. Another great opening towards A. Couldn't get a double kill this time as Sira makes sure that he keeps TSM even in the numbers.
But again, just like the last round, it's another 1-for-1 opening for 3D Max, which again spreads this defense really thin. And this time they don't have the AWP on A-core to help recover it. It's got to be Volda.
Well, he's going to hold the construction angle down below and nearly gets a double, but traded out by Exercise. A-core comes back over with his MP9. A great headshot towards Exercise. And yeah, the bomb is now committed over the other side. But Lucky pushing up B has taken out Nico and freed up all of the focus to go on towards A-core. Mac gets across. Yeah, there is a flank coming up the stairs. They have to worry about that. Sierra comes in with a FAMAS. Now Lucky drawn between two angles. And Sierra's doing a great job at staying alive and drawing Lucky in towards him. And even with a weakened purchase, TSM finds some life.
The USP double dink. That ain't bad, and a free ult picked up right at the end. TSM's got a little bit of life left in him. Really nice tenacity from TSM to stay in this game in a really tough round. Good call to switch away from the FAMAS. Wasn't as clean on the first kill as he would have liked. The USP's perfect though. AK-47s across the board from 3D Max. They're out of money after this buy and they go back to the fast A play that netted them around earlier. Out in the open, Zyphon's got two.
Damn, now the money's on the brink of collapse for 3D Max.
It's a fake. It's a fake.
Yeah, sure, but they're still down two players here. Mac is committed over towards A still at the moment, so it's only two going into the B bomb side. Nico, not necessarily watching the cross into the bomb side, but if they do try and push beyond the generators, then he would detect them, but he's not getting any info about how deep they are in the B site right now.
That's fine. I think in a 5-on-3, you're happy to play retake. Exercise, big kill. Maybe not so happy now.
Yeah, with Nico going down, Maka, remember, he's still a part of this, but he's so far away. On the ramp, making his way across the bridge, making no secret about his position now.
Oh, Molotov's in
to move in, and yeah, this could be huge. Molly's to slow down TSM from getting back into the site. Now they have got a smoke, flash, they've got quite a bit of utility, in fact. They're going to place those mollies perfectly into the bomb site and force Exercise over towards the stairs with his teammates. So this defense becomes a little bit weaker in the post flank, but 3D Max, they've lost another member, and TSM getting closer now, 4v2. They swarm the site, and all of the headshots come in. TSM up to 11 rounds, and this game keeps on going. Even with a bomb plant, 3D Max don't have enough money to make this look pretty, and the best case scenario is happening here for TSM. They are on the brink of taking this one to overtime.
Oh, man, that's just perfect utility usage in the retake. Shout out to Zyphon for this kind of a hold. No teammates with him, but the Molotovs that corral every single member of 3D Max to the left of the bomb site make that retake as easy as possible.
Well, let's see what 3D Max can do with what they've got here. Not a whole lot to play with. It's an AK, it's an Allele, Mac 9 and Mac 10s. Zyphon with a hero hold at the start of the previous round. Immediately stopped that aggressive maneuver from working from 3D Max with two headshots. Valda and Nico over towards this B bomb site. We're going to have a couple of 3D Max players, in fact more than that, three of them trying to get out towards the bottom of the stairs.
It's going to be heartbreaking for TSM if they lose this round. With such an advantage in the bye, you lose a round like this, you lost that 2 versus 5 earlier. No way to get around the fact that you'd be letting one slip away. Sira drops.
No.
So is Zyphon. A bomb site under pressure. A-Core called upon once again with the AWP.
Oh, no, it's not going to work out for A-Core. Gravity takes him down with the rifle. And that worst case scenario, that nightmare for TSM, is becoming a reality. As 3D Max moved their way into the site, TSM did so well to try and get back to the brink of overtime, but they can't quite get that extra round. TSM will fall in their opener. 3D Max take their first win.